Hey, what's up? This is Just Plain Nonsense.
I'm Michael.
I'm Rob. Hey, so as you guys can see, we have Amanda in here. We're gonna start bringing her on as a regular because we like to hang out with her. She can kind of be funny sometimes.
Sometimes, on occasion.
And she likes us a lot, and we're her number one fans. Did I say that right?
No. I'm your number one fan.
Got it. Okay.
Michael's
Here.
just throwing stuff.
Clean the space.
Clean it. Woo.
Here.
All right, see you.
Is that your prop?
Matches your shirt.
You want some Oreo? Oh,
That's not Oreos.
I know.
Those are Floreos.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
Man, I feel good. That was like on point and it was on time.
You're always on point.
Right?
Right?
I feel so good.
To start this episode, I think that before we go into the couple things that we wanted to do, we should just kind of rant for a little bit. Or just talk about whatever, have some fun. And then we're going to go into, what was it you wanted to do?
I want to talk about what we've been watching.
Okay. We're going to have like maybe a little topic thing, just to each one of us
some
talk
topics,
about something.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have a topic too.
Cool, I don't have one. I'm just going
But
to
I'm not going to tell you guys
You're gonna
until
wing
it's
it?
my turn. Wing it.
Wing It was her maiden name.
Yep.
That was Amanda's maiden name, not Michael's.
Yeah. And then eventually we're going to get into, what was the things we're going to do together?
Oh, it's like word games. We're going to do some word stuff.
And we're going to hug each other.
We're going to look up like,
It's very friendly.
I mean, I'm down. I don't get enough hugs in my life.
My face just ran into my mic. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be paying attention
Yeah,
to
and you're
you.
supposed to be feeling bad for me.
I'm sorry.
We talked about this. Your face does not connect with the mic. Your
know.
voice connects with the mic. Remember when I gave you
soul.
microphone training?
No.
Oh, I guess I must have imagined that.
I don't remember either.
Get your face on the mic. Okay, so what are we going to rant about? What are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see where you're going with that.
That's where that kind
I can't. Can you explain it to me?
Well, first of all, what he was trying to say with his face is that sometimes people don't really clearly listen to what he's trying to say, such as you. Just frankly, you just didn't listen to what he was trying to say.
You wait to hear my words, but a real friend knows how I think.
Yeah, listens to his soul.
I was agreeing with what she was saying before she said it.
Yeah.
About me.
You're just
From her.
You're really not.
You gotta catch up, bro. Your friend
Yeah.
game
So-
is like not on fleek.
So are you two going to take over the podcast now?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna be a very common guest.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna sit right here.
Okay. Well, today on Just Plain Nonsense, we're going to talk about how Rob Reinfist is a quitter. Mm-hmm. He
I'm Mike. She's her. She's Amanda. And this is Rob. He's on here today as a guest.
Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's going
How
on?
are you today?
I'm good.
So, what brings you to our podcast?
Yeah. What does this thing that you do?
This is my house.
Yep.
That makes sense.
But
I'm glad it's your house, and I'm glad you're here,
yeah, I'm
Thanks.
glad you've decided to be here
Me too.
tonight.
alive.
Yeah, it'd be weird if I was here dead.
That would be nonsense.
Yeah, like who makes a podcast about that?
The ghost edition. You know what? This whole episode, you're a ghost.
Actually,
No, I'm just kidding. That's
Michael,
too much to.
Everything I answer has to end in.
No, Michael.
I'm gonna try it.
I just thought of something that
I know,
we need.
You expressed it with your words.
Yeah.
but so they know.
Yeah, so I need to let them know. We need Rob because I don't know what chord goes in what.
Sure. Buddy, come back.
You can't do it. You can't do it without me.
Buddy, come back.
I have nothing else
You know
to
what?
sing.
This definitely inspires the confirmation that we're going to do it Just Play Nonsense the musical. We should record it after this, which is why we're going to be wearing the same outfits.
Yeah, hey, so keep an eye out for that. We're going to do a Just Play Nonsense musical after this, and it'll be like a little bonus video. Yeah. So
The length of a song.
But what's awesome about it is he cannot sing, I cannot sing, but she cannot sing. No, I'm just kidding. Amanda is an awesome, excellent singer. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
She's a singist for sure.
She's a singister. Mm-hmm. Did you say singister?
Singist.
Oh, singist. Like a rapist.
Yeah, but with
but with elongated.
It's songature of that. You know,
Right.
You know.
Nonsense.
Wow.
Woo! We just do
Dude,
words.
we nailed it.
Yep.
That was good.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Ah, gosh.
I'm doing the same thing, bro. My shorts are riding up on me.
Yeah, mine too, but I just don't feel like
Do it. Get 'em.
messing.
Get 'em.
Okay, here we go.
Get him.
Here we go.
Now we're
Now you're way
unified.
more comfortable, aren't you?
Solidarity.
Yeah, you got to pull them shorts down. It's almost like we've been sitting here all night.
Oh, that's weird.
La la la. La 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 la. I'm in that mood. I'm
Let's
just
all watch Michael
preparing.
sing.
I'm warming up for the musical, man.
But you got like an hour for that.
So I can go. Hi. And I can go
Staying
really
alive.
low.
Staying alive.
I'm not paying for that song.
Staying alive.
You're just gonna change a couple words that way it's not copyright. Staying in the living state of existence.
I think that's a few too many syllables. Okay, so you know you're supposed to give like you're supposed to sing that song when you give CPR to people, so you know how like fast to do
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you're like, staying in the living room? We brought him back. We brought him back.
So,
So
what do you want to talk about, Rob? What do you,
I
for a
want to
few
talk
moments?
about what we've been watching. Like, what have you been watching? What have you been consuming? If you're a reader, or if you watch movies or TV shows or whatever, because I know that's like a thing that we all constantly do. Like, I go from watching TV in my living room, and if I get like halfway through an episode, I'll just shut the TV off and I'll go in my bedroom and turn on my tablet and continue the episode. Did Michael fall asleep? What happened?
Maybe he doesn't consume anything.
He consumes a lot of nonsense. That's what he consumes. Michael consumes TikTok. That's what he consumes.
TikTok.
So what have you guys been watching?
Well, I've been watching a lot of stuff because I am an alcoholic, except when it comes to shows.
I'm gonna cut that one little part out where it's like
What does that
I'm
even
an
mean?
alcoholic.
I am an alcoholic.
No, she's like addicted to watching the shows.
Oh, okay. So
I am too, man.
I'm a
like
showaholic.
There we
I
go.
will put
Let's
off.
give it a let's give it a term.
I will put off work.
Yeah.
That way we could treat it. Just why she has bangs.
What was that?
Something about your bangs,
And
which
when
are
I explain
split.
an inside joke to everybody else.
Oh, I just didn't
Yeah,
hear
they'll have to
you.
watch. They'll have to watch. Are we gonna put out that
I don't know.
that silly warm up video? Should we put that out?
Only to the Patreons.
Oh
Yeah.
The
yeah.
ones that are Patreonic.
Only the homies.
Only that. What's that song? Only the lonelies instead of only the homies. So yeah, speaking of that, go to patreonjustnonsense.com/plain. Patreon.com/justplainnonsense. I like that. Go there, support us, and join a tier and support us, and join a tier and support us. Join a tier. I think I'm stuck in a loop. Yeah, go to patreon.com/justplainnonsense. Support us. We're gonna put some extra videos out there so you guys can watch them. We're gonna have bloopers and all that kind of cool stuff. So
And I'm Michael.
And I'm Amanda.
there it is. And I'm Rob.
Welcome to Just Plain Nonsense Part 2.
One of these times we're gonna have you introduce it. You're just gonna have to start the podcast out of nowhere, have all this energy, and be like, oh, we're gonna entertain you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
Whoa.
about a quarter of this of coffee, and I'm already jazzed.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very caffeinated episode.
But anyway, can I tell you what I've been watching?
I guess.
Please. Okay. Well,
It's almost like you brought that topic up out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I just
Go
want,
ahead.
I just literally want to,
Sure, there's
I'm
no
just going to
problem.
list everything that I've been watching.
All right, do it.
Please
And
do.
then you're going to pick one that you want me to talk about. Okay?
Okay, I like this.
Wow.
Okay, I
Okay.
like this.
Are you ready?
Do it.
Okay. So, I've been watching The Bachelorette.
Nope.
No, you guys don't care about that. It's so good. Okay, Luke P, please stop. Anyway,
I don't even know what that means.
Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't watched any of that. I do
Have
want to
you?
see it, but
No.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
No, he's still in the dark. Okay. Okay, I know. Okay, you've had to watch this one. I've recently just gotten like into like the Twilight Zone, like the original one,
I watched the first episode.
the plain one.
No, the one where he wakes up in a town and he's by himself.
I haven't seen that one. That's
Yeah.
not the first one.
Well, that was the first one on Netflix.
No.
Or, yeah,
No, I just watched the first one on Netflix. It was the plain one.
maybe I'll watch The Outer Limits.
Oh.
I'll watch something.
Okay.
But
What?
Big Bang Theory. Gosh, I got it on the brain. Black Mirror.
Oh, please. Yes, I watched all Black Mirror.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I have too. I watched them all. We were supposed to watch them
new
together.
one. Yeah, but then
But you were like, I'm just going to watch it by myself.
have you seen Black Mirror?
Hey, Michael.
No.
And I'm Michael.
Hey, Michael.
And I'm Rob.
And I'm Amanda.
No,
We're just going to restart
I
the
don't
episode.
I don't watch movies and stuff, so it's not really something I can contribute to.
Do you
so
just read?
No, I don't read.
things?
He just creates.
I just breathe and create.
Wow.
I like to write. So I can't really relate. So I think this is one of those things where you just take it away, man. Don't
Okay, I'm
worry
going
about
to
me.
take it away.
Well, you have seen something, so if something does spark your interest, feel free to have some
yeah.
input. Or if we say something dumb, feel free to input on that too. All right, go back to sleep. And you're out. Yes! Success! I thought it failed. Thought it failed for a second. All right, so you watched The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I was watching The Twilight Zone, which is in black and white, which is kind of refreshing, actually.
Yeah, because you don't want all that color
Yeah.
stimulus.
Especially
In
with
your
my
brain.
big pupils.
You do have ginormous pupils.
know. I do.
Oh, I never noticed before.
I have big pupils. My eye doctor actually was like, you have the biggest pupils I've ever seen on anyone. And she's like, I've been doing this for 15 years.
You think she was hitting on you?
I don't think so.
Is that a line that like eye doctors use?
No.
That sounds,
Oh, I thought you were like considering it, but you're just looking at me like I'm stupid.
I feel like she just mesmerized. Mesmerized.
Mesmerized.
I have not and right there.
I can't high
With
five
those
it.
pupils, you can't see that. There we go.
You're stuck in the middle between us now.
I know.
You're with your pupils. You can't see that. We actually we actually had a discussion the other day about her ginormous pupils and the fact that she has to wear sunglasses when she goes outside, and I don't. I've never had to wear sunglasses my entire life. And if you look at my pupils, they're little bitty, teeny tiny. So I wonder if that has like a bearing on like, you know, how you see the world. Like I asked her the other day, I was like, hey, is everything in the world blown out? And she's like, how am I supposed to know? Like
Yeah, that's how I've always seen
yeah,
everything.
it's always that way. So I mean, do you lose details in like stuff that's white? Like, if there's like a sidewalk with a bunch of cracks in it and it's super bright outside, do you lose the cracks?
I would hope not, because it would break my mama's back.
I got two of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
What?
Her peripherals don't work. The punsters, like the
Oh, is it so I hear?
Oh.
Yeah, she can't see that.
Yeah, I don't have good peripherals. We were also
We were
talking
talking about that too.
It's like,
I was like, hey, put your hands like this and go back and back and back until you can't see your fingers anymore. And she was like, right here.
I literally don't have good peripherals
I can see
either.
literally all the way back to here.
Yeah, I haven't.
But hers are like right here.
I don't want to brag, but I'm going to.
Can you see behind you?
I have super good vision. I can see the bottom line on the. Go ahead, put up whatever I can see behind
You can see
me.
the bottom line? There's no way.
Yes, I can.
For real?
Yep.
So what do you have, like 20/40 vision?
My eyes are like scopes, bro.
Are you serious? I literally can't
Like an
see
eagle.
anything. Like, my hand can be right in front of my face, and I can't see anything.
Well, you
Well,
know,
yeah, because your hand is blocking your
Shut
sight.
up.
not to pump my ego with sounding like a superhero or anything, but you know, like Daredevil, you know how he loses his sense of sight.
You're right.
So everything's got heightened. I have horrible hearing, but I can see really well. So I
that's
wonder if that
bad.
has something to do with it. I think I'm like the Daredevil.
So
I
it's
learned
ki-
some martial arts.
It's kind of like whenever your player was building, like you're a sim, and whenever your player was building you, they put stats in eyesight, and they were like, "Oh crap, I clicked too many,"
Yeah.
and it started taking it away
Whoa.
from hearing.
He's got eagle eyes, but he's got the hearing of a 90-year-old man whose ears are going out.
Who's been at rock concerts for the last 40 years?
But I can see the sound, so that's why.
Wow.
Like sonar.
Well, like the Daredevil, it all just comes through what that scent, you know. So I'll be sitting there, or someone's sitting there like, just looking like, can you smell that? No, I could see them. I can see the particles that create the smell. so I distinguish.
I think that'd be kind of a cool superpower to have.
Yeah, you know.
Can you... Okay.
I'm working on my superhero name right now as we're.
It needs to be good.
It does need to be good.
Yeah. So you come back to us on that. What were you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, do you think
The ire.
do you think marshmallows have a smell?
Oh yeah,
Because Shane does not think so.
Shane, you can't smell marshmallows? What's wrong with you? They're amazing. When I walk down the marshmallow aisle, I know where I'm at.
I know, literally. That's what was happening. Ooh,
That was so loud.
Okay, we were walking down the marshmallow, not the marshmallow aisle.
It's the marshmallow aisle. When it
But-
smells like marshmallows, it's the marshmallow aisle.
I was walking down the aisle, and then we passed the marshmallows, and I was like, man, those marshmallows smell so good. I was like, I want some right now. And Shane's like,
Did you like open a bag and like start eating them right there in the
no,
store?
it's just so strong. It's like wafts into your body.
It's straight sugar.
Yes. And Shane's like, there's no smell.
What's up?
Did you figure
It
out?
reminded me of something. Yeah. So
That duck is cracking me up.
I can't hear my own farts.
What?
I don't think it's just that. I don't know.
Wait, I remember that. 'Cause
I don't have good hearing peripherals. Heariphiles.
I can only hear back to
I don't
you.
have good heariphiles, right? So like a good example of this was being when I was walking down the gallery, which is a row of cells in a prison. You know,
Yeah.
the exhaust fan would be going, so it even makes it even harder here. And I'm thinking they can't hear my farts when I'm going by the cells. And all the time I'd be like, they would go, like, oh man, really? Cool. Wait, till you got past our cell. And I'm like, you can hear that?
You said
Like,
that
yeah,
to me.
that's-
We were walking down the
I was
aisle.
going to that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, go
And my
ahead.
wife all the time, but I'll fart. I'm like, there's no way they smell it already. I was like, you can hear that? I'm like, yeah, I can hear it. I'm like, I don't know, I'm fart deaf, man. I don't hear my own
Fart
farts.
deaf.
It's kind of like how you have a mom and she's like, and she doesn't see like if her kid's ugly or if he's like a pain in the butt. She's like, hey, he's just
No,
so
she
precious.
knows
What
they're
a,
ugly.
What
She's
a
just-
really good kid. He's just so beautiful. Like just taking all these pictures like he's not ugly, you know. But but you know, right? That's how I am with my farts, right? It's like I know they're there because I released it. But but all the time, like, yeah, come on, man. I live here, you know. I'm trying to eat my steak, trying to eat
live
my
here.
ramen, you know. And
Don't murder people and I won't fart on you.
I'm like, that probably enhanced that state food because it is disgusting.
Yeah, we were walking back to the hotel in San Diego and you farted like 4 or 5 times and I was like, bro, and you were like, you heard that? I'm like, yes, I heard that. So that kind of reminds me of a story. So I read on Reddit, this kid, he was like on an airplane and he's dropping farts like crazy, but like they're all silent, constantly silent. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. So I can just keep farting and nobody can hear it. I guess, I don't know if they were smelling or not, but I guess if you're in a crowded air place with a bunch of other people, you're not going to know who it comes from. So he's like ripping these farts. So finally they land the plane. He gets up and everybody's like looking at him. And he's like, what in the world's going on? He realizes he's wearing his headphones. So he's been ripping these farts through this whole entire flight. And he had his noise canceling Beats headphones on. And he couldn't hear any of it.
And he's just like,
He's just dropping these
pooping
farts.
his pants.
He thought they'd be silent, but they were.
Yeah, so he couldn't hear him.
cracking
That was
it there.
cracking me up, man. I love reading stories on Reddit like that.
That is super funny.
It's funny how we went from Twilight Zone to farts.
Well, that's what I love about this content. We just let it flow, man.
Just like the farts on the airplane.
Yeah.
You put that down.
Oh, okay.
You said that means you're taking it, bro.
You're taking it.
Now that means you're giving it up.
Lost it.
No. Yeah. So, farts are gross.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to? Do you guys think you guys want to talk about just off the top of your heads, or you guys would like to roll into this game now so we can get it going, man?
I'm not prepared.
Oh, well, do you want to get prepared and we'll just talk?
Yes.
Okay. So, Amanda, you've been a fan since the beginning.
Amanda,
Yeah.
you've
And
been
now
a fanda.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
And
true.
so,
Man, I'm good. I'm so smart.
So now that you're adopted into the an active team member,
The fam, you could say.
The fam.
would you think that still makes you a fan? Or do you think that you're not a fan anymore, technically?
Well,
That's an interesting way to phrase that
I
question.
think that I'm still a fan. You know why? Because I'm my number one fan for myself. So why wouldn't I just continue being a fan when I'm also involved?
You know, I can't smell my own farts, but I can smell the ego in that one. I'm my #1 fan, and since I'm part of this, it increases the fandom that I have towards this thing.
Is that my voice to you?
That's how you sound to me.
Okay.
You kind of sound like Gonzo, but like on helium.
Hi, I'm Amanda.
I'm a fanda.
But
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
keep coming back
I
to
was just
that.
trying to buy you time. to
don't
get
lie. You're your #1 fan too.
My mom is.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't outfan.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This word that I just looked up, it describes her exactly with her. Since I'm a fan and now I'm on it, that makes me a bigger fan of myself. It's called Terra Diddle. This word references someone or something that is filled with pretentious, nonsense, or something that is a lie.
Oh. Well,
We hate to break it to you now.
You're a Terra Diddle.
I'm a Terra Diddle.
Oh, I was wondering why you were doing that because it's a pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
I got it. Pterodactyl should start with a P.
I'm Amanda.
It's a pterodactyl.
Okay, but disclaimer, I'm not that person in real life.
She's not who you think she is.
Yeah.
Are you going to murder me? I've known you for like 15 years.
It doesn't have to go to murder, man.
Yeah, it can just be a few
Our
baby
friendship's
slaps to the
stronger than
face.
that. It could just be abuse. So, anyway,
Baby slaps can be bad, dude.
as you're preparing that, what is it exactly that we're doing right now?
We
We're
are,
about to do.
yeah, we are going to look up silly, crazy words, and their definitions.
Can I read it in a funny voice?
Yes, I'm gonna put it up
Okay,
here so you
cool.
can see it.
Cool.
We have a screen right over here, so that we can cheat. So you guys, it seems like we know what we're doing.
Oh, I like that one.
The first one,
Yeah.
Go, get after it.
'Kay.
I didn't want to do it.
Oh,
I
that's
always,
why you found the word. Okay.
yeah. It's like the fourth one.
Yeah, okay, so you're about to explain what we're about to do. It's going to make
Yeah,
sense too.
I just explained it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Has
I totally did.
ADHD brought
Yeah, I
Fine.
could. So whenever
What did
I
you
was,
say to them?
I said
What
that
did you tell them?
you're gonna have to watch the podcast and find out.
All right.
So subscribe
subscribe.
at Just Plain or YouTube at Just Plain Nonsense, and on our website and on iTunes. And hey,
I'll do it too.
listen. Are you guys listening? We, not you. You're on it. You're on it a little bit, but we just got on Spotify. Woo! Yes.
I love Spotify.
We just got on Spotify, so you can add our podcast to your playlist and listen to that while you're doing your own nonsense.
Yay.
All right, so continue words. So I like passing the buck off to other people because I like looking up the stuff, but I don't want to do the stuff.
Okay.
So Amanda's gonna do the stuff. So you can pick which of these words you want to do.
Already. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's
Is
not.
everybody okay?
Everyone's okay. Okay.
You looked at everybody but us, which is nobody. Is everybody okay?
Is everyone okay?
Over here, Rob. Over here. We're over here. Yes, we're all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you okay?
No. Actually, I'm just kidding. My butt just still really hurts.
It's because we've been sitting for a while.
I had a button on my
Okay.
microphone.
Here we go.
All right, let's do it. Tell us some of these words.
Number uno. Fuzzle. And
I've heard that word actually a lot.
Never
fuzzle?
heard of it.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Must be because you're old.
Yeah, if people would be like, I'm bumfuzzled.
Okay.
It's gonna be like Skeet, where I have
No, it's not anything bad like that.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, he is referencing a previous podcast where he says something, we blow up on him, and then he finds out what the word means and loses his
Yeah.
mind.
I'm also on that one.
Yeah, that's where I tried
Amanda
to
is on that
find.
one.
So I tried to find these common terms that the youngest generation are coming up with out of nowhere that make no sense. And I tried to find it using a sentence, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's really
that
I'm wrong a lot.
that episode is called Keeping It 100, by the way. So
Yep.
go look for that one on our website and iTunes and all that other stuff that I just told you
For
about.
the younger crowd, so we're pretty hip on that episode. I'm just
Pretty hip.
We're hip.
We're
Yeah.
He
hip.
is not. Speaking of that, we made a shirt. Michael thought that it would be funny to say Frosted Fleeks because he didn't know what on fleek meant. So now we have a Frosted Fleeks t-shirt. Go check that out in the Just Plain Nonsense store.
that'll make more sense if you listen to episode 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't remember what
Plug
number.
in.
I don't remember what number it is.
Just it's
Go
there.
ahead. No, go ahead. Words.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and interrupt you one more time. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Back to what I was saying. Fuzzle. This is a simple term that refers to being confused, perplexed, or flustered, or to cause confusion.
You can stop right there. You don't have to read the rest of that because that's
You've
just.
probably heard
Or you
your
can keep going
grandma
this way.
or grandpa use this phrase, especially if they're on the East Coast. And it's also derived from the Old English dumbfoozle.
I haven't heard that one. That one sounds German.
Yeah.
Hey, you dumb foozle.
Dumbfoozle, nine. Nine on the dumbfoozle. Nine. Nine.
You're not confused.
He's just saying no over and over again.
All right, next one. You don't have to read all these because there's a bunch of them. So if you want to read some of these and pick which ones you want to read. Because this one.
Can we just take a stab at it, like what we think it means? Or?
Take a stibbity stab.
Oh, without like looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to try to come up with the definitions? If you promise you don't look at the screen.
Maybe a couple.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I want to take a
Because
stab.
I'm sure the second one, this one here, you've definitely
I
heard
want
of.
to take a shank at it, you know what I mean? Just kind of see if I can rationalize it. It's in a sentence.
What is it with you and the wordplay?
He likes
Oh.
plain words.
Just plain words.
Just likes plain words.
All right.
All right, so the next one? Or what the next one you want to do?
Guardy Lou. Tuesday. Guardy Lou. Guard like oh. Guard like oh.
Hey, I wonder what the next word is.
God lagoo.
That's it.
God lagoo.
Go ahead.
God lagoo.
No, that's not what that says.
God lagoo.
Gardy Lou. Where are you getting this word from?
Sound like a dumb bird. Can't link up with the other birds. And they're trying to-
Gardy Lou.
Yeah,
I've never heard this.
I haven't either. That is a different word.
Gardy Lou.
Here's what that is.
Oh, why?
Wow. You know what? Now you're exempt from getting on us for hitting our mics because you just
Yeah,
did it.
you keep doing it, so.
All right, I'm gonna put it over here.
This is actually a Scottish
I gotta
term.
protect my duck.
You got a what?
I gotta protect my little chick.
Oh, I'm learning how to pick them up. So, all right, that was dumb. Go ahead.
Oh.
What does it mean?
Gardy Lou. This is actually a Scottish term, but it sounds really nifty.
You gotta say it in a Scottish accent, though.
I don't have a Scottish accent.
She's like, I was trying.
I could tell. That's why I added it. You could do like my initial go-to would have been Irish. This is just a Scottish accent. Is that Scottish?
Is this?
That's probably more
I'm
Irish.
not good at
I don't know.
accents. I don't know.
That was a variant of something like that. So, you go ahead. Just give it your best. Just say the words.
Give it your college try.
Old college try. I'm just gonna read it. I just don't have an accent.
Go ahead.
This is actually a Scottish term, but it sounds really nifty! Exclamation point!
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point! Why did they add that
Exclamation.
though? That's
'Cause it's
really
really
weird.
nifty.
That's so weird
It's
to put
super,
in.
super nifty.
Yeah, that's weird.
All right.
The definition is a funny and gross one. This is what people living in this town that I don't know how to pronounce shouted
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh. Out their window as a warning before dumping their slop buckets out of their windows.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Ew.
I'm going to write some of these down because I'm going to use them.
Can you imagine if you're just walking down the street and all of a sudden you hear Gardy Lou and you're like, oh God. I need to run. This is ridiculous. I'm about to get pooped on.
Gardy Lou.
I'm about to get pooped on.
All right, next one. Go ahead.
I already said that one.
Oh, Terra Diddle.
Terra Diddle. That's what I called you. Whenever you're being all like, I'm a super fan.
Skip it. Snickersnee.
These are ridiculous.
Snickersnee. While the word sounds like something funny or possibly cute, it is actually referring to a long, dangerous knife. Really? That's
What?
interesting. It was first used in reference to cut and thrust fighting. That sounds real. Cut and thrust?
In the 1700s.
Wow. It's occasionally used when referencing the knife,
Referencing the knife.
though it's become more and more obsolete.
These words are like way too silly for what
Yeah.
I was going for with this
This is
whole
like-
topic.
Yeah, because
Are these real? Honestly?
I think they're just made up.
Snickersnee?
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Like,
like,
look at collie wobbles.
you got a problem with me? Let's
Are
stick,
you serious?
Let's Snickersnee.
you got a problem? Let's stick it outside Snickersee it. Come on, let's Snickersee it through. Let's do this.
I don't want to
wobbles.
Snickersnee with you, bro.
An overall bellyache.
What?
Collie
I've
wobbles.
heard that.
Shut up.
Is that a coffee machine?
Coffee maker.
You tell that copy maker.
That's a source fed reference.
Gubbins.
Ooh, I like.
Oh, this is the one that I liked right here.
Ooh, when I find the one that I would do, can I read it? Because
Absolutely.
I'm kind of excited about.
I would
some of
love
those
for you to read it. It would do my heart well
things. Wow, thank you,
to have you read it.
thank you.
You're welcome. Can you want to read this one? What word is that? Can you read it?
No,
Yeah, you can.
I'm not
sound it
reading
out.
it.
Sound it out.
I don't want to read this
It
one.
starts with an
I'm not reading this one.
A
Ends with an
bibliophilia. No.
Starts with an ends with an
I can't even read it. A bibliophobia. This is silly. Like it's kind of a weird concept. This one is. It refers to someone who's afraid of running out of things to read. Like, have you ever considered that?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this into context for you here. So there have been books written since. Do you know when the Gutenberg printing press thing started? When was that? The 1400s, maybe, something like that. I'm trying to give a history lesson here. Quit staring at me like I'm silly. But so every day there's about 82 years worth of content uploaded to YouTube. Every day.
Where did I hear that?
I probably told you that.
No,
It was on that podcast.
We were watching.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a Valley Cast. Go check them out. No, the Valley folk. Go check them out. No, they said that there's 82 years of content uploaded every day
To YouTube,
to YouTube.
not books.
Right, but like since there's so many books, like you can go into, I guarantee, if you go into a library, like a normal sized library in the middle of a city, you probably will not run out of content
You know what?
in that one library.
This really brings us back to the point of the Twilight Zone, because I just watched an episode where this guy ends
They
up
ran out of books.
being the only guy like left on the earth because of like a bomb, and he was in the bank vault thing.
Okay.
And so he's the only one that survived. Well, he was like, I'm gonna be so lonely, like I don't know what to do. But he was like obsessed with reading books, and so he found the library and found
And
all
then
these books.
I know where you're going with this. I don't want to ruin it, but I know what happens.
Yeah, and so he like gets all of his books laid out for like years and years that he's gonna read, and then he drops a book and he goes to pick it up, and he has big thick glasses, and they fall and crack, and now he can't read, and he's all alone in the world and can't even read his books.
So here's where there's the flaw with that. There's a whole entire planet of people who needed to be able to see, and there are stores where they sell glasses.
Yeah, but like, don't they just make the lenses when you order them?
I don't
Like,
know.
because there's different
I'm sure he could find
prescriptions.
something that's close and then put that on and then like go in and make his own glasses.
See, I totally disagree because I'm like basically blind.
I'm sure if you were the last
And-
man on Earth, you could figure out how to like. There's somewhere there is a contact prescription for you.
Okay, fine.
That's the logic that I saw with that episode.
Well, you're a loser, so.
I disagree, but go on.
But anyway, so
Delightfully insulting.
Do you guys want to keep reading these words? Because I want to see if there's any good ones. Ooh, look at that one.
lollygog,
You've got to say that one.
flibbergabbit,
Nope. No, it's close. I was close.
flibber to get gibbet,
Flibber to give it.
flibber to gibbet.
If you say it slow
This
enough,
is another fun word.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Whoa.
This is another fun word.
Thank you. That was so, like, it attacked my oral sensibilities. Go ahead.
This refers to someone who is silly and who talks. What word is that?
Incessantly.
Incessantly.
Liberty.
The first known usage. Okay, that's boring.
Yeah, don't read the history. Who cares?
Yeah.
Ooh, these two are good.
Well, I think Amanda the Panda should read
Yeah, this next word.
What, the 14?
Yeah.
Well, there's a word for this. I'm excited. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You got this. We believe in you.
Pandiculation?
There's an I in there.
Pandiclate? I don't know.
Pendiculation.
What is this? Have you heard of this?
No, I just know how to read words.
But I'm so
You're
okay.
so mean to
I
me.
didn't read it.
I'm gonna have to say something right here because I'm
Dude,
really
I've been
excited
waiting
about
for you to
this.
say something for a while.
All right, here we go. Right.
You want to read the definition?
Yes.
You know, yes.
Okay.
I'm very excited about that this word exists. See, before I go into that,
All right, let's go. Hold on, let me get settled
with
in
my
here.
wife being Filipino, hey girl,
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
when I started getting close to that culture, I realized they had a word for something that I was never able to put in words before. And it's that feeling, that sensation when you see like a baby or a small child or something that's just so cute.
You want to eat it.
That you, no, not at all.
No.
That you want to squeeze it. It's just like that.
Yeah, you're like,
You know, like,
I know that's a thing, but I didn't know there was a word for it.
They have a word for it. It's called giggle.
Giggle.
giggle?
Yeah.
Is it G like Geeegl?
I don't know how to spell, bro.
No, I'm not asking how to spell it. That's how you pronounce it, like giggle.
Like this, giggle.
Okay.
Giggle.
So like they but that's that. But they have a word to express that sensation. I was really excited about that. I use it all the time. This is going to be one of those words that I use like that because I'm glad that they found a word to explain this sensation.
They found it. No, somebody made it up.
And the word is, again,
Pendiculation.
That's right. That's the word. And I'm going to practice it and use it constantly.
Oh, sorry.
Playing footsies with me?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So this is what happens when you wake up in the morning and stretch. As you stretch,
Such a good feeling.
your muscles might go rigid for a short time, which can sometimes be uncomfortable.
Also described as a cramp.
No, not at all. Well, I mean, yes, but it's a state. It's that between,
Stretch.
It also describes that wonderful or terrible combination of being extremely sleepy, stretching and yawning at the same time.
That's such a great feeling.
Now, when this happens to you, you'll know what to call it, and I do. Thank you.
And how do you pronounce it again?
Pendiculation.
I'm so excited about this word because, wow, that is I like words like that. That just kind of. It was needed, and whoever did this, I salute you. I don't have a cover hat on, but I salute you. From the bottom, top, and middle of my heart.
So
I'm going to use the crap out of that. Matter of fact, I'm going to use it in one of our short stories.
good. That would be awesome.
Get people to quiet and then just spread the joy of this word.
So okay, so I have what? No, we're not. No,
word.
not yet. I have a story about this pendiculation.
Okay.
So about 10 years ago, I was asleep in this like amazing bed, right? So I have this really nice bed, and I was asleep. I woke up in the morning at like 4 something. I woke up the next morning, and I stretched. I did the little pendiculation. I pendiculated. And when I relaxed, my back tightened up, like just one spot in my back, and it hurt so bad. It literally took me 45 minutes to roll over to the other side of my bed to get my phone. So I called my girlfriend at the time when I finally got my phone, and I was like, hey, I need you to come over and help me. I can't get out of bed. And for those of you who have the visual mind, don't picture this, but I slept naked that day. So I'm laying in my bed, and she comes over, and it's super embarrassing because I'm just laying in bed and I literally can't move. So she helps me get up. She grabs me my hand and starts pulling me up, and I'm like shaking, and like every muscle in my body is tense, trying to keep that one little muscle from like tensing even more. It was insanely awful. I finally get up out of bed, and she has to help me put my pants on. I call my dad. He comes, takes me to the hospital. When I'm in the hospital, they give me these muscle relaxers. I go home, and it's, it takes a little while to relax, but it was like the worst situation that I've ever been in, where I was stuck in bed and I couldn't even grab my phone.
And I just sketched an image of that.
Of me.
This is Rob hurting.
We'll have to get a picture of that and scan it. We'll put it up on the screen.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Well, one day, I woke up out of bed, but it wasn't from stretching or anything. I just woke up and literally my neck was just stuck like this, and I literally couldn't move it anywhere, and it hurt so bad. I went to the doctor.
Did it hurt all the time, or did it hurt to try to move it?
The whole time, and it was stuck like that for 3 days.
So I that exact, is that the same thing, or you?
I enhanced it.
Oh,
I enhanced it.
you gotta have. Let me take a picture of it and I'll put it up there.
No,
because okay, that's fine. So that exact same thing happened to me, except it wasn't when I woke up. I like to crack my neck all the time.
Sorry, I saw a word. Let me just keep going.
Is it the next one?
No, no.
Oh, the bottom one.
That's stupid.
I just saw it. That's awesome. Okay, so I crack my neck all the time, and you told me not to because you said that there was a girl that had a stroke or something.
Yeah, and she's 20 years old.
Yeah,
and she died.
Hold on, that's not the
from
story. We can get to that if you want to talk about it. But let me get this part first. So I was cracking my neck. I was 10, maybe 9, 10, 11. So I cracked my neck and like I went the other side and I pushed on it and it hurt. Like I felt something pull back here and I was literally stuck like this. It was a bittersweet moment because for one, it hurt really, really bad. It was fine when I stayed like this, but anytime I tried to move it, it hurt super bad. The sweet part was that I didn't have to go to school.
Yeah.
So my dad took me, oh man, this, like just thinking about this makes me want to punch this doctor right in his face. I'm like, I'm stuck like this. Or maybe it was like this, whichever direction it was, that was the way it was. So the doctor comes up and he's like, he puts his hand on my shoulder and the hand on my jaw and like literally pulls my everything apart. And I'm like, I'm screaming and I'm like, I wanted to fight this guy so bad. And I was like a 10-year-old kid wanting to fight this like grown man who has like PhD.
Oh my goodness.
So he gives me like,
fighting.
he gives me some muscle relaxers. What was that word we wanted to sword fight? Snickerdee or something like that?
You're about to go that level with him?
Yeah, dude, I was so mad. So it hurt really, really bad. But he gave me some muscle relaxers. I went home and it was like 3 days before I could actually like straighten my head up again. And then I was real scared. Like normally when I crack my neck, I'm just like whatever. For the next like week or something, I was like, and I was still doing it. I was still like cracking my neck and stuff because it's like you have that urge. You have that urge to like just do it if you feel it. Like you just feel like you have to do it. Like right now, I want to. I know it's going to sound super gross.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was my neck cracking story.
Yeah, I missed work for literally 3 days.
That's awesome. That's always super fun.
It wasn't fun.
Except for the not money part. All right, so this next word, unless anybody's got anything they want to add to that before I move on.
No, I'm just doodling.
Okay, so this next word, it cracked me up just reading it, and then reading the definition, I was like, that's awesome. Whoever made up these words like really knows language because they just sound really good. This one's I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. I think it's Chelation.
Well, I can't believe you don't know how to pronounce it. I thought you knew how to read.
I mean, I can read.
And sound out words, Rob.
Okay, listen. I was second place in my 7th grade and school-wide spelling bees. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I have a little bit of clout. Okay. Yeah.
I believe you.
That clap is so quiet. Oh my God.
Why, Rob?
I don't know.
I'm going to start tallying.
I'm going to turn this so I don't kick it anymore. I keep hitting it with my heel. Okay. Yeah, so this next word is Chelation or Chelation. I like Chelation. And basically it's whenever somebody is sitting in the front row of like a classroom and the teacher is like spitting on you while they're talking.
Oh,
like who comes up with a word for that?
that's bad.
Like, does it happen to you so much that you're
That it
like,
has to
I
have
need
a
a word for
word?
this. I
Yeah.
gotta tell my friends about this and I need to come up with a word with it.
It must be defined.
Right. And then this is the word that Michael was laughing at.
No, I wasn't.
This is a word that I was laughing at. Wabbit. Well, I don't know why this is on the list.
Wabbit.
But apparently it is not referencing the wascally wabbit from the cartoons. It's just a Scottish term for being exhausted. I'm really glad you guys can see those drawings that he's putting up because he won't let me take a picture of them and put them up on the screen.
It's just a little picture of Stick Peggy and Stick Chicken, and it just says, "Hi, I'm Peggy," and this one goes, "Hi, I'm Stick Chicken." Just waving at each other.
We need to make a short story called Peggy and Stick Chicken.
I think we should. It'd be brilliant. It'd be great. It'd
like
be
it.
successful.
That's because we're amazing.
Yeah.
It's like no big deal. We're fine. We're big.
We're fine.
Snollygoster? What the crap is
There's
that?
been ego in the air of this episode.
We're all.
I'm a
What
superhero.
was
She's
that?
our biggest fan.
We're all.
Yeah.
What was that word? Tolly goobers or something? Teradiddles.
I like Snickers.
We're Teradiddles. This one, like right down here, I really liked a lot. Where's it at? Snollygoster. Oh, they call politicians that. I think these are mostly all like Scottish terms, stuff we've literally never heard before. Mm-hmm. Hey, Scottish people, if you guys are out there, and you.
Well, they are out there.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, you are. You're definitely out there.
Yeah.
But if you're
If
watching,
you're real.
if you guys really are real, I've never seen you.
I believe in leprechauns. I believe in unicorns. Scottish people.
No, if you guys are watching this podcast, if these are your words, like tell us. That'd be awesome to hear about. And then tell us how you use the word arenaceous.
Yeah, and if it's fake news, let us know too.
Yeah, this is something about resembling a hedgehog. Anyway, all right. So I'm burnt out on this whole words topic. So yeah, take it away.
Take it away.
All right. So my topic is done.
So what's the next thing we're gonna do?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Oh,
You were leading this ship in this episode.
Yeah.
So you lead it.
You were leading.
Come on, Captain.
Oh,
make it happen. Give us something good.
We're gonna tell a story. I want each of us to like tell a story, like make it up on the top of your head, and then you have to incorporate things that each of us, the other two, throw in.
Okay.
And I would love it if you would start.
I would love it as well.
Okay. So I need a better understanding of what
So you make up a story,
Okay.
and as you're going through the story, we will say things that you have to incorporate into the story, and that will guide the direction of the story. So you start up a story, whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
And then we're going to throw in things, and you have to like incorporate it, and then it's going to take a turn.
Okay. The story's called Bouncing. There's a group of friends
Doing a podcast.
who loved bouncing. They bounced everywhere they went. They bounced on the way to the trampoline. They bounced the trampoline. They bounced off the trampoline. They couldn't just
bounced
walk.
on diapers.
Now you got to add that.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, this is how this works. And then they realized that they wanted to wear the diapers. So then it became bouncing diaper wearing friends. With now two things in common. One, that they love to bounce, and two, that they wore diapers. And
No, just keep going, and I'll throw something out.
and as they were okay, now I get the concept.
It's kind of like rephrase, but like just with adding story
Yeah, because
elements.
I couldn't be clear because I know this is good. Now I get it. All right. And so, one day, I got to insert a conflict here. So
Yeah.
one day, they looked across the yard as they were bouncing on their trampoline.
They
and
saw a dead dog.
That's going to be weird. Okay. They saw a dead dog. And so they stopped bouncing for the first time in years. And they just stared at the dead dog. And as they looked up, they realized,
The sun was red.
that's not where I was going. It's so hard.
That's why it's so much fun. You're good at this, Panda.
And then they looked back down at the dead dog. As the sun went down, so did their heads. And
Because
saw-
they were turning into vampires.
Why? Why would that turn them to vampires?
It's the red sun.
Grieved by this and the dead dog. They knew they were pulled away from this by what appeared to be,
A helicopter.
gosh darn it, like the helicopter landed, was dropping low next to them. Now I'm in anxiety because I don't know where you're going to flip this on me. And grappling down was another team of friends. Not only were they wearing diapers, but they were
in another
bouncers. They were
dimension.
bouncers. To it. No, I already started.
What was it?
They were also bouncers
In another dimension.
from a nightclub in another dimension. Did it. Boom. And as they came down bouncing aggressively, they're like, let's bounce battle. They're like, you know we're vampires now. And they go,
I don't want to interrupt the story. It's so good.
and they go, you know what we are though?
Hobgoblins.
Hobgoblin to bouncers. Like, oh, this is about to go down. Just like the sun. And it did. And they fought ferociously.
But the ocean started to rise.
Okay, and when that irrelevant action, whenever they paid no mind to it, it started in the most epic.
You can't do that, you cheater.
No, it's in the story, bro. It's part of the,
It rose like just an inch or
yeah,
something.
they didn't care because it didn't matter.
Because they're vampires.
Because how is that relevant? So, this battle, what was on the line of this battle was not only the title of the best diaper wearing bouncers in 2 dimensions, but also, go ahead.
No, I'm messing
I
with
was
you.
setting you up to bring.
No, I know.
Bring it.
I
I'll
knew.
work with
I knew
it.
you were setting us up, so I didn't want to say anything because I wanted you because I knew you didn't have anything.
Okay, but when it's yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I know you. I know how
Here we
how
go.
your brain works.
Okay.
I got a couple things waiting.
Oh damn. So what was on the line? I already said it was on the line. Okay.
No, you also said and you were going to add to it.
And a gift card to Chili's. Not sponsored by Chili's.
Nice.
Thank you.
What's up, Chili's?
So,
How you living?
So that since they all really loved bouncing, wearing diapers, and eating Chili's,
Their phone rang.
their phone rang. And it was a
Charles Barkley.
Gosh, it was Charles Barkley. Because he was
Looking for the dead dog.
it was his dead dog. He was looking for it, and he's like, you know what? Please, guys.
Oh God, what happened here? Okay, good. We're still. Okay. Whew. I should not touch technology.
You're our tech guy. That's
Yeah.
great.
Right. Okay.
Confidence.
Go ahead.
30%. All right. And
Did you say 30%?
yep. And then
Right.
Charles Barkley came up, and he was like, "That's my dead dog. That's terrible.
There you go.
Terrible. It's dead. Terrible."
No, he's on the phone. He's on the phone.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's on the phone.
Yeah.
So, this makes me feel ill. This is not a very good... I don't do a good impersonation of him, but
That's fine.
I just want to capture the character the best I can. So he's like, phone, he's like, I heard about what happened to my dog. It makes me feel real ill. Like my free throws. I'll be there.
Is your
Except-
eyelash okay?
Do we
His
need to-
eyelashes drive me nuts.
Do we need to get it for you?
No, but it's like a reel. It's there. It's
No, I'm saying, do we need to get it for you?
It keeps
Come here and
like,
I'll get it.
No, bro, it's gonna hurt.
No, you're good.
I'm just gonna deal with it.
All right.
Okay.
And then Charles Barkley was like, "That's terrible. I'll be there. Get my dog." Why?
Is it a hair hanging
Hold
out?
on, I need a moment of silence because I'm gonna have to pluck this thing. This is gonna hurt.
Moment of silence.
It's gonna be so good. I can't see it. Oh. Oh.
I saw that in slow motion.
Ooh.
He's like,
You know, screw this thing. It's even making me twitch just touching my eyeball. I hate that. All right, so
I
Charles
can literally
Barkley.
touch my eyeball easily.
Well, I can't.
You
So I
want to
can't.
see me?
What the heck? It's a cat hair in my mouth.
What is
Ow.
wrong?
How did that ride there from all those hours? Gotta stop kissing on cats.
But they're so fluffy.
No, anyway, I don't kiss cats. It's gross. They look at their butts. So he's like, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And I'll be there. It's make me ill. Freaking Lakers.
And then a tank ran through the house.
And they're outside. Extra trampoline. Oh.
Yeah, there's a house.
Okay, yeah, there's a
Because
house.
they're in the backyard.
And then the goblin bouncers were like, we're involved in this and we're responsible. And that's our first move. Bring it, bounces.
The end.
No, the end. He said. The goblin said, he goes, but then, in that moment, the original bouncing friends go, no, it's not. It's not over until we say it's over. And they bounced over the tank and they started bouncing on it over and over again until it fell into a million pieces.
And then they
said,
cracked the earth in half.
Uh-oh.
that's so extreme.
Well, I mean,
And then I guess that would kill them all. So then that was the end. There's the story. All right.
and I'm sticking
And
to
Charles
it.
Barkley never got to go get vengeance on his dog and figure it out. And there's no result.
Maybe Charles Barkley sent the tank.
This is a horrible short story. Let's put it on the website.
Let's put it on the website.
Triple Helix. Or
We should, yeah, go ahead and plug Triple Helix if you want.
Hey, go read that.
Go to triplehelix.media. It's awesome. We're starting to download or upload or whatever. We're loading.
We're loading in one direction or the other.
a bunch of the short stories and stuff that we write.
This is about to be one of them.
No, yeah.
Verbatim.
For real. But no, we actually have
They have good stuff on there.
Have you
real
read?
efforts, not just random freestyle
Yeah,
nonsense
yeah.
like this
Yeah.
channel is for. But yeah, it's good. Do it.
It's good.
Because
Do
I
it.
freaking said so.
Do it.
All right. Somebody else
Or-
want to do a story? Panda? Pandy?
Oh,
Oh.
please.
Please take it away.
Oh, okay. Yay. Okay.
Dude, first of all, you did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Good
I love
job.
how you explained how you were super anxious and it was making it harder to tell the story. That was awesome. All right, now it's your turn.
Okay, let me get into the mindset really quick.
All right, Rob.
Okay.
We're gonna rock her world.
Don't take that out of context.
You know what's funny is that
take it out of context,
I might
whatever
not
you wanna do.
say anything for a while and just let her get shoveled.
Stop, that's scary. I'm
You just
starting
gotta-
to feel
You don't know
it.
what we're gonna do.
I'm starting to feel it already.
She'll start telling the story. You just lean forward to your mic, and then she's like, but you don't actually ever say anything.
Okay. Okay. Once upon a time in a far-off land, there was a girl, and she was going to college.
And working at the dollar store.
And she worked at the dollar store, but she was really worried about getting transferred to the new dollar store in her college town.
Because it was underwater.
It was underwater because it had been raining for weeks and weeks, and the Mississippi River was flooding all the way into her college town. So they were like, sorry, Becky, you're fired because we don't have a store anymore.
But then she says, but I have duck feet, so I can still have value. I can help load this stuff up.
And they're like, duck feet aren't normal. Maybe you should go to the doctor.
And then she files a lawsuit for discrimination.
But then the lawsuit didn't go through because really, duck feet aren't discriminatory. What?
Discriminatory?
Yes.
I'm jacking her up, bro. This is awesome.
And then Becky realized that although she did have duck feet, that she could still go pursue her education because
At Skittles University.
at Skittles University because everyone should be able to taste the rainbow.
Nice. Good cover.
It's good.
So on her first day of class, she realized that she had a problem.
It was chlamydia.
Not unlike our Disney princess that we created.
That the University of Skittles was infested with chlamydia.
I respect that. Good job.
Due to the fact that everyone kept picking off the Skittles off of each other's faces that were infected with the chlamydia, which is how, in case you didn't know, that's how you contract chlamydia.
Well, it was because they had pandas koala bears packaging the slave
here we
workers. Remember that episode? Because
I
we
do.
found out it's a fact that that koalas carry chlamydia.
Yep.
Rapidly. I forgot the percent. Anyway, but that's part of the story now. Is that because they found out that koalas were packaging the Skittles.
Mm-hmm. They found this out because everyone was using koala bears as their backpacks. They would use their cute little hands to hold their books. So everyone's just carrying around their baby koalas, holding their laptops and their books. But then they realized...
And their cinder blocks.
that they used to build the wall around Skittles University.
Because of cinder block class.
Because of cinder block class, which they learned in cinder block class, they need to build the wall to throw the baby koalas out so that they cannot get back in and infest everyone with the chlamydia.
And then there was a lawsuit on the school for from PETA.
Then PETA
For the bad handling, yeah.
Yeah. PETA tried to bring down the University of Skittles.
So they went to war. PETA.
With PETA. And the University of Skittles students decided that they would start shooting Oscar Mayer wieners
With rifles.
with rifles.
I missed part of that story. Wait, where did the rifles come from?
He added them in there.
How did I miss that?
I don't know.
They're
How'd I
right.
get that?
So now they're rifles.
Yes, that shoot Oscar Mayer wieners.
Like out of them?
Yes.
Oh. I want to go to that school.
So they're basically using guerrilla war tactics because they're right on the outside of the. I'm scared. They're right on the outside of the wall that they made out of the cinder blocks in the ditch, and they're just sitting here looking at the PETA businessmen.
And they're all just a bunch of cardboard cutouts.
But behind them,
You're gonna double whammy here.
the real enemy, who had anti-Oscar Mayer weenie rifles that actually sucked up all the wieners. So as they were sucking,
Can you rephrase that, please?
everything, all their attacks were useless, just because they're just soon as the hot dog would fly towards them, pull it in and just fire it back.
Just picturing that is awesome. It's hilarious.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
as that happened, they realized that they were going to be taken down. They remembered
That they were going to be taken up.
They were going to be taken up because whenever you contract chlamydia after 5 weeks. You grow wings.
That's just messing up her own story.
I don't want to interrupt. Just keep going. That's good.
Yeah. You're digging your own little hole here.
That
We just gave you the shovels. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you can grow wings. So they started to fly like the monkeys in The Wizard of Oz. I can't keep doing this. It's so funny.
But the raccoons had Red Bulls, so they also had wings.
Not
the
sponsored
PETA
by Red
raccoons.
Bulls.
The PETA. Okay, so they end up being up in the sky, and they're basically just flying at each other, and they like bonk heads and just fall on the ground, and then there just ends up being just one PETA dude left, one PETA monkey, and one Skittles University student, which was, what was her name, Becky?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, her name was
It
Becky. With her flipper feet. She was
Duck
able to use her flipper feet,
Duck feet.
duck feet, same thing. To quickly kick the air and create a tornado around the,
Are we going the Wizard of Oz route here?
yes, around the PETA. What were they? Monkeys? I keep forgetting.
Koalas?
No, that was the chlamydia koalas. They're gone.
I'm confused
And
by this
then-
story already. Here we go.
The Dollar General manager came out and said,
Sopping wet.
yeah, we now see your value. There's no reason to keep the lawsuit going because with your feet, you're no longer a problem. You're the solution. So then they team up. She has an ally
You can't
now.
continue the story.
So I got really...
He's really in it.
Like,
He's involved.
she put me somewhere, bro. I'm in the story. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. That happened. Now you go.
Okay. So, the Dollar General manager, just really puts her up on a pedestal, and the president just really starts to see the value in flippered feet people. So he brings in the scientists to be like, you know what? Everyone needs the flipper feet people. So they create a whole new community of people called the duck feet flipper people, and they create their own society. And they
Diversity, interracial. I like this, dude.
yes, and they take the Yellowstone National Park because there's plenty of water there, and that's where they set up their
New dollar store.
new dollar store.
Nude Aller store?
Yep, nude dollar store.
New dollar store. Because they're so free, they don't even wear clothes, man.
Yeah.
And then there's a civil war.
She was about to land that plane, bro.
I know. I put another plane right under it on the runway, so
You're
she's got
like,
to take off.
gotta go, yeah.
Yep.
And you're running out of fuel because your time's almost up here.
You're right.
Your story's been going on for 40 minutes.
Oh man. And then the Civil War happens, and there's just destruction.
What
distraught.
caused the Civil War?
The Civil War started because everyone couldn't agree on what color flippers they needed. Some wanted purple, some wanted pink, and really,
Some wanted clear.
yeah, and some really just wanted poopy brown colored. But that was really a small percent. Shout out to Jimmy.
Who?
Jimmy. You don't know Jimmy?
It's really...
By my expression, I obviously don't.
You know what? This is refreshing. Time out real quick. This is refreshing to find somebody who is psychologically as deranged and out of order as me. I enjoy this. This is what this feels like to hear me talk. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're giving him a taste of his own medicine.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's bittersweet.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And then they all buy Ziplocs, put raisins in it, sit there together, have a cook at the end. I saved her. You're killing her, bro.
Oh, I know.
She did a really good job.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Super duper job.
Thank you.
Because we threw some dumb stuff at her, and she made it make sense.
Some would say
Great storyteller.
nonsense.
Nonsense. Okay, Roberto's turn.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yep.
All right. There once was a box of 4 raisins. No, I can't start that way because that's like the Raisinets.
Yeah.
There once was a box of 4 grapes.
Then they got burnt by the sun.
They got burnt by the sun and they turned into
Old ladies.
old ladies. These old ladies would play backgammon and they would play shuffleboard, but they didn't have a place to play.
So they started raising.
So they started Raisin Academy. Gosh dang it.
What was it?
Money. So they
Started
started
raising
raising money to build Raisin Academy.
That was actually a male strip club.
That was actually a male strip club.
And completely racist.
So they shut that place down real quick.
But then they reopened it.
But then they reopened it as a
Because-
dollar store. So this dollar store burned down, and these old ladies shuffled the ashes into the ocean.
And they started shuffle dancing.
And they started shuffle dancing for some reason. Oh no, they started shuffle dancing because
It was celebratory.
because what?
It was celebratory.
The celebratory, yeah, because they shuffled all the ashes into the ocean.
Defeated racism and started another dollar store.
Yep, and they used the new dollar store to buy some baby ducks.
Expand the empire.
And they expanded the empire, and then they raised these baby ducks to learn how to fly fighter jets. And they would fly in outer space. And then there was like a great war that happened like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Sounds familiar.
But the
Yeah.
sun exploded.
But the sun exploded. And when it did, it caused a black hole that the Earth was like orbiting around. So they were like right on the event horizon, circling around it.
So even though the sun exploded and destroyed Earth.
No, it exploded and turned into a black hole.
But it didn't destroy
It
Earth.
didn't destroy the Earth.
Okay,
That
cool.
was never part of the
You're
deal.
right. You're right. Okay.
So they're going around and they figured out how to harness the power of the black hole to create infinite energy on the Earth. That's a real thing.
Because they turned into Spider-Man.
Who turned into Spider-Man?
The old ladies.
Because so the old ladies turned into Spider-Man.
Spider women.
No, all four of them became one Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's why it has 8 legs. Because
Makes sense.
Yep.
right, so
Makes perfect sense. Like,
yeah,
I'm following you.
Yeah, but they had to work together because it was super super hard for them because each one of them controlled 2 legs, and the 2 legs here and 2 legs here were 2 different old ladies, and they had to learn how to walk. And they're going down the road, and they're like, they were considering fighting crime, but they figured we're a spider, everybody's gonna be scared of us anyway. So
And we're old.
we're old. So
So every time they high-fived.
every time they high-fived, they broke one of their legs because they can't bend that way properly. So,
But they couldn't stop.
but they couldn't stop high-fiving. So eventually, they just become immobile, and they're a vegetable living like off the welfare of the rest of the planet.
And they start turning into corn.
And they turn into corn. And then there's a farmer,
Naturally.
a really smart farmer. Naturally, this really farts.
Before it's smart.
Hold on, I'm going to put that in the story. This really fart smarmer came along, and he plucked a couple of the little kernels of corn off, and he planted them.
And they turned into new old lady babies.
They turned into new old lady babies
With rabies.
with rabies, but they had just a little bit of that spider corn in them. So when they grew up, they figured that they could get really, really tall. Because have you ever seen a corn stalk? It's really tall compared to the corn.
But then they started popping.
But then they started popping and locking and learning how to dance.
Yes. Come on.
That was for me. And then they opened up their own school. They're just all about opening new things. They opened up their new
Very
school.
open about it, I see, too.
Yeah, they just talk about it all the time to anybody who will listen. So they opened their own school that teaches people how to pop and lock and dance, and they called it the Pop and Lockathon. I learned that from Community. So they're teaching these kids how to pop and lock and dance, and they're like really good at it because they spent so long high-fiving each other. So they kind of like, it was all still ingrained in their brain. So as they grew up, they became like these really good dancers, right?
But they got married.
But they got married to this...
Controlling.
To what?
To controlling. They got married to controlling.
They got married. 2 controlling men came up to them and said, "Listen, lady." I'm going to do my best to flip everything you say. 2 controlling men came up and said, "Listen, ladies.
You don't have any boobs anymore.
You don't have any boobs anymore." And that's a sad thing because boobs are good milk for baby spider corn people. So,
It discouraged their dancing.
they what?
It discouraged their dancing.
That discouraged the dancing. They were like super upset about it, right? So then there was this pastor,
and he lost his hair.
He lost his hair. He was actually super bald, and the reason he lost it was because
He had cancer.
He had cancer.
Oh, don't do it to a
he
pastor.
obviously
No,
had-
no.
He obviously had cancer, but there was like a sunburst that like caused it to go away. So the cancer had nothing to do with his hair loss.
There we go.
So he was like really upset with them dancing, and he's like, "There's no more dancing in our town." And there's one guy, his name's Bevan. And Bevan came in and he saved the whole town. And he's like, listen, guys.
I lost my keys.
I'm just picturing this dude coming in. He's this guy nobody's ever met before. He's like, listen. I lost my keys. So they were going to consider helping him find him.
Starts getting to him. He's emotionally.
And then
crying.
they did. No, I'm laughing.
I'm literally crying right now.
So they helped him, and then they helped him find his keys, and he got in his car. It was a little
Which was
yellow,
a Kia.
It was a yellow Kia Beetle, which in this world that I've created, it's a thing. Like it's a real thing.
That only had one tire.
It had one tire in the front left corner, and then there were 3 more around the rest of the car. So he was out washing it one day, like spraying it, and he had his friend there, and I think his friend's name was Sean or something. And so Sean was like, you should start a party where everybody can come and dance. And so he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So he finishes washing his car.
And covers everyone in soap.
He covered everyone in soap. And then they were all like, hey, we're super clean. Now we can go talk to the pastor and see if he'll let us have this dance party. So they have they get a town hall meeting.
He's the mayor, too.
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm really into your story. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So he might be the mayor. I can't remember if that's part of the story or not because this was so long ago. Yeah. So they go talk to him and they're in this hall and he actually uses a verse, like Bevan uses a verse from the Bible and he's like, listen, there's a time to dance. There's a time to weep.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3.
There's a time to mourn.
There's a time to pee.
And there's a time to pee. But most of all, there's
I
a time.
like balls.
Most of all, I like balls.
A pastor can't say that, dude. Come on.
No, he didn't say that. Bevan said that.
Oh,
but
Bevan.
what he was referring to was dancing. Balls. Like when you go and you have a big ball and a gala. So he says there is a time to dance and I'm going to throw a party and I'm going to call it, it's going to be a ball. And then he gets all of his friends together.
He runs into Belle.
He runs into Belle. Biv DeVoe. And he says, listen, Belle. Belle Biv. That doesn't work. He runs into Belle from Beauty and the Beast. That's right? Mm-hmm. Because he was watching it on... No, that doesn't work either. Let me back that up. He runs into Belle and he's like, hey, where's Beast?
And why is your dandruff so bad?
And why is your dandruff so bad? And she says, because Beast won't let me take a shower. And he says, okay, cool, whatever. You go deal with him. So then he runs off to this ball, right? And he's like trying to get the whole town ready to come to this dance. And they come to the dance. And he comes down and he's like, all right, everybody, we're going to have a dance. Why is nobody dancing? And then apparently something happened outside. And he had to turn around and go outside. And he goes outside and there's like a fight. Because
On the slip and slide.
There was a slip. Of course, there was a slip and slide. And they had this fight on the slip and slide. It was like all slippery and slidery. And they fought. And then whenever they were done, he had beat the crap out of this dude. And he deserved it. So they'll go back inside, and Bevan comes down, and he goes, "Let's dance!" And there's glitter everywhere. And then the song "Footloose" plays because that was the whole story of Footloose.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Damn, that's beautiful. All right.
Now, I would like to know...
That was a fun activity.
I would like to know how many of you caught on and at what point you caught on that was Footloose. Because I told pretty much the whole entire story of Footloose. What I remembered of it. Anyway.
That's kind of cheating.
I thought it was awesome.
Wow.
I don't know why I did Footloose, though.
I was literally crying.
Me
a
too.
little bit.
Me too. That was good. That was super
I
fun.
lost my keys.
that was the best part.
To the Kia.
I lost my keys to the Kia.
Then Alicia keys came up.
Oh, man. Oh, okay. Are you guys ready to put this to bed? We've been going for over an hour.
Yeah, let's
Good night, podcast.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Good night, Moon.
tuck this podcast
Good night,
in with
Moon.
the traditional.
Should we let Panda do it?
Yeah, if you want to. You got it.
Can you close out for us? Tell everybody to go check out all of our stuff.
Okay.
This is your test. If you fail
I'm
this, you're no
scared a
longer on the
little.
podcast.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thanks for listening.
You tell them, not me.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were on camera for a second. Thanks,
Me
guys.
too. for a while.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, get all animated and stuff.
Thanks for listening.
If you've told them that
Thanks,
5 times.
guys, for all of you watching us here. It is dear to me, dear to my heart.
Anyway,
And
please just we're on Spotify, which is really cool. You can listen
Yes!
to us on there.
Woo! Spotify.
Yeah. iTunes, YouTube. You can watch this video. We got the new homies.
Hold on, did you just tell them to watch this video on YouTube?
Yeah.
They're already watching this video.
Oh yeah.
That's super meta.
Watch the next video
And all the previous videos.
on YouTube. That little bell. Click it
Why are they clicking the bell?
to get notifications.
subscribing's good. It's
If
real
you
good.
like us, leave us comments about how awesome we are. Yeah.
I like how everybody who's not really sure what they're saying, they're like, they end with, yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
And it's right.
I like the way you did that.
Yeah.
Biscuits and mustard.
Hit subscribe.
All right, I'm going to summarize all of that up because I've done it so many
you're
times.
not, no.
iTunes, go ahead. I'm going to let you do it then.
iTunes, Spotify,
Webs-
YouTube,
Website.
website,
What is the website?
justplainnonsense.ninja.
Woo! She is a true fan.
Oh, man.
The store.
Yeah, we got Frosted Flakes happening on the t-shirts.
Don't tell me. I already know.
We got Frosted Flakes.
Look at me. Don't look at me.
Where do I look?
And we have.
She'd be like so scared. Like, I don't want to do another one.
Yeah.
Don't make me. I'm trying to think of
Maybe
anything
one
else.
day.
Oh, did you say Instagram?
Yeah, we got an Insta going.
What's it called?
It's just
Oh.
plain nonsense on Instagram at
That is not right.
we'reawesome.org.
That's not right.
Ooh, we just dropped the fan ratings.
Oh, Panda. What's the Instagram handle? You got this. I believe in you.
Just plain nonsense. Nonsense that's plain.
No.
I don't
You
know.
almost had it. You almost had it.
I don't know.
At nonsense.podcast.
I knew there was a dot in there.
At non.sense.podcast. I think that's all of it. We have a Facebook. Go check that out. But I don't know, who uses
Yeah.
Facebook anymore anyway.
I mean, me, but
Right.
I do too.
And just for reference, I'm still working on this whole SoundCloud thing. I don't want to pay for it yet, so that's probably why it's not on there. Nice.
dang.
All right, that does it for me. I'm out. I'm done talking. I'm not going to say
Deuces.
another word.
And now we're
Bye.
just for the next hour,
Peace.
just me talking to you guys
See
one on
ya.
one. Just
Love
kidding.
ya.
Love you.
Woo.
Crap.